Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. We got some much needed rain yesterday as a cold front moved in from the north. We'll tell you how it affected the crossroads. Turning now to the crisis at the border. President Biden under fire this morning for his latest announcement to continue building the wall at the southern border. Here's how he is responding to the fallout. And America saying their final farewell to Senator Dianne Feinstein. The trailblazing senator is expected to be laid to rest today in a private family ceremony. We're following the latest.
And we're going to be talking about those rain totals from yesterday and the timing of that cold front coming tomorrow morning as we take a look at the full forecast coming right up.
The athlete of the week showed off his skills last week, and his team is still undefeated in district. That's coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain. Today it's the 6th day of October 2023. The time is now 6:31 on your Friday morning, and today it's Body Language Day. So I know a little bit about body language, like if you do this, it's like you're closed off, but if you stay open, that's a good thing if you want to be open to conversation. So let's go ahead and turn to First Warn Storm Team Meteorologist Parker Cox.
Well, good morning, as we're taking a live look with me here in Victoria, Texas. We're actually just outside the station, and it is quite a humid one this morning, as I was actually just looking through my papers, and they are literally soaking up the water in the air. In fact, my papers are so floppy right now that I can barely even go through them. We're actually going to take a look at those current conditions right now in a few moments, but what we're going to look at right now is those rainfall totals we had yesterday, as we had a good line of strong thunderstorms come through our area. As you can see, we had about an inch here in Victoria, about 2 inches in Cuero, 2.5 inches, maybe even up to 3 inches in some areas of Hallettsville and Wharton County, and Bay City also getting up to 2 inches as well. Lots of us getting some good, much needed rain. Now, we're not talking about or expecting any rain today. As we look at the radar right now, nothing is on the scope, and I'm not actually expecting any rain for the next until I think it's Wednesday is the next day we will see rain. But we're going to take a look at what's happening here in the country as this low and is exiting Canada. Is going to move south into the into the Great Lakes region, and that's going to spawn this large cold front extending from West Texas all the way to the Great Lakes region, Ohio and Indiana, Illinois area, and that front is going to reach us by tomorrow morning. But you can really see the timing of that cold front coming through our area. You can see it, that dry, heavy, cold air mass moving through Dallas tonight about 10 p.m. and it moves through Waco about I think it says 4 a.m. and then through our area about 7, 8, 9, 10 a.m. We'll take a look at the 7-day and those rain totals more in just a few moments. We'll take a look at the full forecast coming up. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. A cold front making its way through the crossroads, and it brought some much needed rains with it. The front moved in just before sunrise yesterday around 6 a.m. The footage captured right outside of our station by First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining. And storms caused downed trees and scattered outages. This is a tree down in Victoria on Lorette Street at Loma Vista Avenue. AEP Texas power outage map showed at least 500 customers without service within the city limits as of 10:15 a.m. yesterday. We checked back overnight, and as of midnight, all power was restored. Authorities say high winds yesterday morning made a semi overturn on U.S. Highway 59 near Ganado. The overturned trailer shut down southbound lanes for a time as crews worked to clear the scene. The second suspect in a property theft case in Yoakum is now in custody. We first brought you the story Wednesday on 25 News Now at 10. 19-year-old Zachariah Martinez is the latest arrest in the case. He and another man are accused of stealing from Teely Cooper Funeral Home Tuesday night. Martinez is in the Lavaca County Jail on a $50,000 bond. The second suspect, 24-year-old Zachary Manuel, was arrested Tuesday in the case. Both men face charges of theft of a grave, human corpse, and military marker. The Biden administration announced it's waiving 26 federal laws in South Texas in order to allow the construction of the border wall to resume. The Department of Homeland Security posted the announcement on the U.S. Federal Registry, announcing the waiving of federal laws such as the Clean Air Act, the Safe Water Drinking Act, and Endangered Species Act for the wall construction in Starr County, using federal funds appropriated in 2019. Government data shows the Rio Grande Valley sector, which covers 21 counties, has recorded about 245,000 illegal entries into the U.S. so far. this fiscal year. The new construction, originally proposed by U.S. Customs and Border Protection in June, could add up to 20 miles to the existing border wall. President Biden under fire this morning for his decision to continue building. We'll go to Washington for more later on Sunrise. Fellow lawmakers, family, and friends gathered in San Francisco to remember California Senator Dianne Feinstein on Thursday. The trailblazing senator passed away at the age of 90 last week after serving in the U.S. Senate for more than 30 years and as San Francisco's mayor before that. The program included remembrances from Feinstein's granddaughter, Eileen Mariano, Vice President Kamala Harris, and U.S. Representative Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and a recorded message from President Biden. Dianne Feinstein will be later buried in a private family service. And if going fishing is in your weekend plans, don't forget your bait and hooks. Here's Sports Director Gino Perez with what you can expect to catch out on the water.
Grab your poles, Crossroads. It's time to go fishing. Down in the Matagorda Bays, red fishing has improved now that the tides are higher and are biting on cut mullet. Trout should be biting more now that the weather is cooler. In Port O'Connor, slot redfish are biting from the middle to the ends of both jetties when using live shrimp. Trout can be found when freelining. In Rockport, redfish are best in the shallows and trout are good with live bait. Good luck and be safe out there. That's your 25 Sports Now Fishing Report.
Right, good luck out there. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:37 on our Friday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. The City of Victoria working with the Salvation Army on a new project.
A reversal for President Biden on his border policy. I'm Liz Landers for ABC News in Washington with what changed.
And we're going to be taking a look at that cold front coming through and those precip totals and the marine forecast and the full forecast coming up in just a few moments.
Here's a look at what's coming up on Community Crossroads. We hear from the City of Victoria, Theater Victoria, the Victoria Fine Arts Association, and we take in a performance by Stephanie Ross.
Takes up all my time. All I do is think of this love we left behind. I sure could.
Good morning, Crossroads. We are looking live from here at the station here in Victoria. It's actually quite humid out here. I was actually just showing Carolina my papers. They're soaking up with water, soaking up all the water that's in the air. We're actually going to take a look at your current conditions right now, as current conditions are quite nice right now, but it is humid. Like I was saying, 70 degrees is that ambient temperature out there, but that dew point of 68, making it quite watery wet outside right now. Well, if you're sending your kiddos off to school this morning, it's going to be about, I think, 70 degrees this morning as they're heading off to school, as it is right now. And as they're coming back in the afternoon, about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, about 87 degrees is that afternoon temperature and partly cloudy. Now, we had some good rain come through the Crossroads area yesterday. As you take a look at these rainfall totals, we had about an inch here in Victoria. Let's see, we had about 2.5 inches in Hallettville, maybe even up to 3 in some areas. And Wharton County had a solid 3, maybe even more than 3 inches in that county. Cuero got up to about 2 inches as well. And other areas got some good rain as well. Well, the good news this weekend is we're going to have a cold front coming up. As you see right there, cold front coming tonight and leading us into the 70s this weekend. That's it for the weather. I'll have more in just a few moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. The West Warriors are undefeated in district and hope to continue that tonight. Sports Director Gino Perez met with a star on the Warrior team.
At Crossroads, the athlete of the week is soft-spoken off the field, but on the gridiron, he lets his play do the talking.
3rd and goal from the 2.
Victoria West 2A player Kamari Montgomery entered the season with a couple of goals on his mind. To work hard, give it his all, and to have high intensity in every game.
I just try to lead my teammates, make them do good, play with integrity.
The senior went on to say he just wants to be the best he can be and to have no regrets. To prepare for games, he puts his music on shuffle and listens to whatever comes up, but his favorite is rap and R&B. His defensive coordinator, Coach Trey Ailey, was named as the Week 6 Defensive Coordinator of the Week. But Coach Ailey says it helps having a player like Montgomery on his side of the ball.
And, it's really great having an athlete like that out on the field. He makes plays. He's a smart, savvy player. He's done it. He did it last year, too. And he played as a sophomore on the defensive side of the football. So, there's not a lot of bouncing going on. He just does it.
Montgomery wears both the number 2 and 24 on the field. The running back has rushed for over 100 yards in the past 4 games. This season, he has 447 yards and 10 total touchdowns. He said he could not do it without his family, but he's not just a rusher. In the 2nd district of the game, Montgomery had a fumble recovery and 7 solo tackles. On the offensive side of the ball, he rushed for 107 yards with an average of 11.9 yards per carry. His longest rush was for 41 yards. He also had 4 touchdowns, which is the reason why West Kamari Montgomery is your athlete of the week.
All right, thank you, Gino, and good luck to those West Warriors. Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. We turn to Washington with a surprising announcement yesterday from the Biden administration that they will build more border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. The president had previously campaigned against the border wall.
This morning, the Biden administration is defending plans to build more border wall along the southern part of the United States amid an uptick in illegal border crossings from Mexico into the U.S.
We had no choice.
Building a border wall was former President Donald Trump's signature policy decision, and the Biden administration claims that money appropriated by Congress under the former administration in 2019 requires they continue to build barriers at the border. Customs and Border Protection plans indicate that the new construction will be an 18-foot portable barrier, different than the 30-foot bollard design added under Trump's administration. President Biden campaigned against a border wall in 2020 and Thursday said the law ties his hands.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No.
The president's Democratic allies agree.
A fence is a 14th century solution to the 21st problems that we have.
Republicans continue to hammer the president on the issue.
This decision today, it feels like too little too late.
Meanwhile, as the Biden administration attempts to solve the root of the immigration issue, officials announcing they'd resume deporting migrants back to Venezuela as part of their efforts to slow arrivals. They also plan to send up to $10 million to Panama to help them deport migrants back to their home countries. The Biden administration is waiving 26 federal laws, some related to environmental preservation, in order to complete this stretch of the border. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
The city of Victoria continues to work with the Salvation Army on its newest project. The Salvation Army's Life Enrichment Center continues with construction at 1302 North Lewis Street with a new ceiling. walls and air conditioners. The commanding officer, Captain Kenny Jones, says the facility should be finished by November 1. Jones says it will take an interesting route in helping the community.
We're handling not just the homeless population, but those that are less fortunate and those that may be a lower income. We're going to be offering programs that are not necessarily commonality throughout this community.
The center will act as more than a shelter. People in need will gain access to showers, a mail center, laundry service, and job training service. Its main focus will be to get those in need back into the workforce and creating an income. That leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. We ask you, what do you think contributes to homelessness in the Crossroads? Okay, let's take a look. 12% of you say cost of living. 62% of you, that's grown the highest it's been all morning, say substance abuse. And 20% of you now saying mental illness, and 6% of you say other. We want to keep hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer polls. The time is now 6:46 on your Friday morning. Still to come, a popular candy being recalled due to choking hazards. All right, time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Heather. Happy birthday. We love you. Have a great day. And happy 10th birthday, Ricky, from Mom, Dad, Sister, Nana, and Popo. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to Liliana. Happy 20th birthday, baby girl, from Mom, Brother, Sister, and Aliana. We love you and your beautiful angels from heaven. Momo and Popo wish you a very blessed birthday. An actress, singer, and social media star, Addison Rae, is 20 today. Happy birthday. To see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com, and under home you'll see KVU. Submit your birthday. Now, I've had a lot of special birthdays this week. I want to wish happy birthday to Rodrigo once again. He had his birthday earlier, and also to Miles. Miles turned 3 yesterday. Okay, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Well, good morning, Crossroads. We are live here in Victoria, just outside the station, actually, in central Victoria, and it actually leads us to our weather poll because we got a cold front coming late tonight into tomorrow morning. So today's weather poll asks you, what time do you think the cold front will arrive tomorrow morning? So it says none of y'all say 6 to 7 in the morning. None of y'all are saying 7 to 8 in the morning. 40% of y'all are saying 8 to 9 in the morning, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And 60% of y'all, majority, are saying 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is when that cold front arrives in our area. To vote on today's weather poll and vote on future weather polls and see what everyone else is saying, go to crossroadstoday.com/vote weather and participate and see, like I said, what everybody else is saying as well. As you're actually looking live with me right now, as that sun is starting to come up, we've got some nice little aqua skies to kind of match the aqua air we've got going on because it's so humid out there. But as right now, we're going to actually go take a look at the GFS model and see when that cold front comes our way. As we take a look at the GFS here, you can see this is the this is right now. You're going to see that we've got this front that's coming out of Canada. It's going to actually slingshot south down into the Great Lakes region, and that's going to spawn this large cold front extending from West Texas all the way up to the Great Lakes, and that's going to push south into our area by tomorrow morning. And you can really see the timing of that cold front here on the dew points map as that dry, heavy dry cold air mass moves south. You can see right here it's moving through Dallas at about 10 p.m. tonight, and then moving through Waco next at about 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, maybe overnight, I might even say, and then finally by our area by about 7, 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Take a look at that 7-day as that cold front comes through. 70s are expected this weekend, and we've been waiting forever for that. We'll take a look at that and more in the full forecast coming right up. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. A nationwide recall alert. The popular sour rolling candy is being recalled due to choking hazards. Candy Dynamics recalling 70 million units of its 2-ounce to 3-ounce rolling liquid candies. The flavors are blue red, strawberry, sour apple, and black cherry. They're labeled as toxic waste and slime liquor sour rolling liquid candy or mega toxic waste slime liquor sour rolling liquid candy. They were sold from June 2015 to July 2023. Also, Cocoa Candy and KGR Distribution have recalled nearly 146,000 units of their Cocoa Candy rolling candy. The flavors include sour strawberry, sour tutti frutti, and sour cola. Those were sold from May 2022 through March 2023. Candy Dynamics will give a full refund for any product that still has candy in it. In April, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission received a report of a 7-year-old girl in New York who choked and died. It happened after the rolling ball unhooked and was stuck in her throat. In Washington, D.C., store shelves are being wiped out by thieves. It's so bad that some retailers are beginning to look like they're going out of business, like the CVS pharmacy in Columbia Heights. Groceries and snacks, cosmetic products and hair products, school supplies, even Halloween candy stolen. Authorities say there is a recent rise in retail crime across the district by more than 40% in some areas compared to last year. D.C. Metro Police say they're working closely with the U.S. Attorney's Office to help prosecute the thieves. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. Former President Donald Trump reportedly discussed sensitive nuclear submarine information with a Mar-a-Lago member. Former President Donald Trump reportedly discussed sensitive nuclear submarine information with a Mar-a-Lago member. The news was first reported by ABC News and the New York Times. Two sources familiar with the matter say shortly after he left office, the former president shared apparently classified information about American nuclear submarines with an Australian businessman during an evening conversation at his Florida residence. The sources also say the billionaire Anthony Pratt is a member of Mar-a-Lago who runs one of the world's largest cardboard companies. He went on to share the sensitive details with several others, potentially endangering the U.S. nuclear fleet. Another person familiar with the matter says Pratt is now among the more than 80 people whom prosecutors have identified as possible witnesses who could testify against Trump at the classified documents trial. Former President Donald Trump throwing his support behind a candidate for House Speaker. He's backing Congressman Jim Jordan from Ohio. A member of the far-right Freedom Caucus. It comes after Trump said he would consider serving as a speaker for a short time after receiving endorsements from several House Republicans. House Majority Leader Steve Scalise has also announced his candidacy for Speaker. Sources who spoke to CNN say Jordan and Scalise are making a direct pitch to more centrist lawmakers behind the scenes. An Eastern Iowa high school went into lockdown Thursday following a hoax threat. School leaders say an anonymous call was received regarding a potential threat on the school premises at Western Dubuque High School. Authorities locked down the school in an effort to keep students, faculty, and staff safe. An investigation into the origin of the call suggested it came from the outside of the U.S. and was not an immediate threat to the campus. The superintendent released a statement saying while there is no immediate threat to the school, officials will continue to work closely with law enforcement to investigate the origin of the anonymous threat. TxDOT reports a bridge demolition started this morning. It's going to start this morning in just a matter of minutes at 7 o'clock. And that's going to be at U.S. Highway 59 over State Highway 60. The demolition will continue through Sunday. State Highway 60 will be closed and drivers will have to use that 1161 exit. And we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And now we have time for a final check of our forecast with Parker there in the parking lot.
Well, good morning. Good morning. If you're waking up with us now, we are live right here in Victoria. We're actually right outside the station, as a matter of fact. If you look with me now, it's getting nice as that sun is coming up. The sun is bringing out the nice aqua blue sky, kind of matching the aqua air we're having right now. Well, you're also looking live with me now as we're expecting that cold front tonight. As we take a look at what's to expect tonight, as we take a look at the GFS model here, you can see that cold front extending all the way from that low. That's going to move south into the Great Lakes region. That's going to spawn that cold front and move south, push south into the Texas region by tonight. And we're going to talk about that timing here in a second as we look at the dew point map. It's going to be in our area probably about 7, 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have 70s and the forecast for this weekend. That's it for the weather today. You have a wondrous weather weekend this weekend.
Thank you, Parker, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful end of your week and start to your weekend. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join James, Don, Matt, Karina, and Gino today for Time News Now at 5, 6, and 10. And don't forget about CFL.